Battambang is Cambodia's second largest city, and it's in the position of being able to set the example for the country's fledgling sustainable tourism industry. While visiting, I looked for companies trying to bring a positive influence to growth in the area. This is Soksabike, a bicycle tour company offering travelers the chance to tour the Cambodian countryside and have what they say is an intimate cultural experience in a sustainable, responsible way. I sat down for a conversation with former Soksabike manager Yuri Nagashima, where she talked about their philosophy.
Soksabike, at least within Battambang, we strive ourselves in taking leadership role in educating the local communities and tourism businesses about how we can operate responsibly.
Sustainable tourism must benefit the community, and one of the ways Soksabike accomplishes this is by growing their talent organically. But as Yuri explained, they do face challenges.
All the staff, they work with us a couple years, and after that they usually want to move on to something bigger and better. So what we're trying to do in the next 5 years is offer more senior level positions within the company so they can stay in their local province, contribute to the local economy while having more rewarding, challenging job and possibly financially rewarding.
I arrived early on a Sunday morning and was greeted by a local resident who'd hauled his espresso machine to the shop. So far, so good. This is my guide, Money, who started the day by teaching me a proper Cambodian greeting, and we were off. Because about 70% of Cambodia is still only accessible by unpaved roads, a bicycle is the most intimate way to experience Cambodian culture. Our first stop was with a family that supports itself by making rice paper. The process starts by creating a thick paste from rice fed into a hopper. It's then refined to a milky state and spread onto a flat surface for cooking. After just a few seconds, it's removed and placed on a screen for cooling. Next stop, local stores and markets. We watched as the family practiced their trade and listened to their story of how they'd gotten into this business. There was, as is often the case in Cambodia, a tragic element to the story.
Before Khmer Rouge, this family lived here and they also have rice field. But they also were forced to work another countryside for the region.
I found this story to be an all too common one in Cambodia, but I wasn't prepared for what the woman was about to share with us. Once the Khmer Rouge were ousted from power, this family was forced to reinvent themselves. So the mother of the family knew how to make rice paper, and she's made a business of it for her family now for 30 plus years. Each time we stopped to visit a host family, Money made a direct payment in my presence of an amount I was told the family negotiated. They do this to make clear there is no economic exploitation happening. We continued on, and as I followed Money through the countryside, it occurred to me the woman's tragic story seemed to echo Cambodia's story, a story of struggle and perseverance. Cambodia's story. It's impossible to travel here without coming face to face with the dark chapter of its history written by the Khmer Rouge, who tore Cambodia apart at its very foundation in 1975. We stopped here at the Battambang Killing Fields Memorial. It displays the remains of actual victims and tells the story of a national tragedy carved in graphic reliefs. Cultural connection is essential for responsible travel, and this site brings context to a chapter in history that informs the Cambodian experience to this day. You'll find here a small, nondescript building. It's a truly haunting place. It was here that they tortured and murdered prisoners. And sobering images tell the story of man's inhumanity to man. Anybody that's studied a little bit of history about this region and this time period knows about what happened here. Similar to the Holocaust, hearing about it is one thing, seeing it up close is completely another thing. And if you come to Battambang, make a little bit of time to come out here to the Killing Fields Memorial. It's very moving and something I don't think you'll ever forget. Along the road, we met other people who told their stories. We shared food and conversation and the experiences that make the world just a little bit smaller.